Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back over to gold, silver, and everything that has to do with freedom and against everything that has to do with enslavement, such as the central bank digital currency. Recently, some legislation came across our Congress. Was anything in there to protect us 100%? No. They make it sound good, but let's be honest. You have one group of people that are trying to push us into the communist one world order. I don't need to get in which Democratic Party that is. And the other one that has a percentage of them on the same side as a Democrat. Now, I won't talk about the RINO Republicans. A handful of people who, in my opinion, are there to protect us. We need more people there to do that. People are hyping the central bank digital currency as a quicker way to do cross-border payments. We don't care. It has nothing to do with us whatsoever. It has to do with these companies that work overseas. Fine. It's faster for them. I'm pretty content with my ATM card. It works just as good. I don't need a central bank digital currency. I don't need them stripping me of my cash or my coinage, especially since I collect them. Let's get into this and go over what's the latest and the greatest, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey. Catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. So until we start speaking up and forcing our representatives to do something to protect us from the central bank digital currency, it appears to me like this is the type of argument that is being put up against the central bank digital currency. It's about, if I had to put a dog in a fight and wanted this dog to represent how much protection we get, I'd use this dog here.
What's going on? You need to eat your food.
Yeah, they're cute and all, but the truth of the matter is you need one that fights and bites and attacks. That's what you really need. I believe that dog's name is Nerf. He's famous all over, as you can see why. We need something in there with bite. We need something in there that'll fight. That's what we need. I want my dog to look like this. Yes, that's what I want.
Okay, on chart.
Yeah, see that? That's what I want. I want my representative that's going to protect me against CBDC to look like this. Get on in there. Let them. You want to do CBDC? Yeah, I'll tear your head off. That's what I'm looking for. As you guys know, SBF's already on trial with FTX. You don't hear very much about it because everybody's focused on a Trump trial. It's actually a trial he don't even need to be present for. That's why I question sometimes what he's doing. You have Hunter Biden's trial going on. You have FTX going on. And everybody's focused on Trump. If you didn't show up, people wouldn't hear that much about that. And we can also focus on what's going on with FTX as well as Hunter Biden's cases. Strange coincidence? I don't think so. All right, here we go. Bitcoin, $27,442. Ethereum at $1,614. XRP, we're kicking butt and you are definitely on your way to that $500,000 sitting there at 52 cents. You got Solana at $22.89. Cardano is at 26 cents. Dogecoins at 6 cents. Polygon's at 54 cents. Polkadot's at $4.01. Litecoin's at $64.24. Shiba is at 507. Terra Luna Classic sitting around the same thing. 301. But Satama, this is the weird thing about Satama. I never know what to think of this. 3088. So it's getting ready to delete one of its zeros. Again, finally. That's the direction we want it to go into, but it's finally starting to make traction. But this thing is hard to really predict what the hell is going on with it. And that's why I just hold mine and don't do anything to it. I just let it sit there. So people hit me up and they go, Pimpy, oh my God, the gold prices. I go, yeah, I know. This is what they do. I told you guys, don't panic about it. You're holding on to gold for the long haul. So since July 20th, we have seen gold go up and down. But if we're looking at where it was on July 20th, looking at $1,983, it's now $1,816. And yeah, that's a pretty big hit over the last couple of months. There's no doubt about it. But this is the time of the year when gold and silver go down. Every year at this time, as we get ready to go into the holidays. Remember, I spoke about this trend all the time. As we come out of July, as you can see on this, we start to see gold and silver prices drop. It's not uncommon. People start selling their precious metals, trying to do whatever it takes to get ready for the holidays. This is a trend that's been going on for quite some time. As soon as we get somewhere around the middle of November, end of November, then it goes up. So stop falling for this scare tactic. It happens all the time. Not to mention, everybody is under the impression that our economy is good for some strange reason, but you can't explain to me why it is. Central banks continue to buy gold at a record pace. So don't sell your precious metals just because you see it go down. That's a mistake. The precious metals is long haul. It's there to preserve your wealth and to keep you out of the system. The way you could view this is, oh, look, precious metals are on sale. I can buy them cheaper. Okay? So gold at $1,816 an ounce. So silver, the same thing. If you come over here in July, you can see it went from around $25 down to $20.84. That shouldn't be surprising. I've been telling you, even if they took it all the way down to $1 an ounce, it wouldn't bother me at all. And it shouldn't bother you. We determine the value of gold and silver. This is the paper market. They're going to keep driving it down as much as possible. Why is that? Because more and more people are starting to turn to precious metals all over again. So if they scare you and prevent you from buying it, that's exactly what they want. But at least there's a group of people out there that are smart buying. Costco gold bars are selling out. Yeah, are you surprised? As the prices go down, people are like, well, heck, we'll buy them. They don't care about the price going down. Costco, the wholesale retailer that offers everything from PlayStations to pizza slices, is now selling gold bars. Even more, the precious metals is flying off the shelves, a company executive said. That's because most people I've spoken to that listen to my channel didn't even realize you could buy precious metals. So when Costco started introducing them, I'm sure people didn't even know you could buy them that way. So they're jumping all over it. That's a whole nother group of people who are being introduced to precious metals. Costco is putting them out there and they're getting wiped out right away. That should tell you everything you need to know about whether people are panicking. The company's website says the price of the 1 ounce bars of 24 karat gold can only be viewed by Costco members who pay between $60 and $100 per year for a subscription. Each member is limited to purchasing no more than 2 bars. Well, even so, that's a pretty good discount on top of everything else you get there. Just have a family member put you on their account. So they're flying off of the shelves, and that shouldn't be a surprise. Like I said, most people didn't even know you could buy precious metals. And so for those who are seeing it for the first time, I'm sure it's exciting to them. And plus, we got the holidays coming up. Who doesn't want to buy a family member a gold bar, huh? Don't be fooled by the pricing. I don't care if it goes down to $1 an ounce. Hold on to your precious metals. It's there to protect you. Gold extends fall as strong dollar. You really believe that the dollar is stronger? I don't care what it says on here. You really believe that? Are you buying more things now with your dollar than you did before Biden got in office? I don't think so. There's so much out there when it comes to inflation. Now we're paying over $6 a gallon for gas. Remember when we see here, well, look, gas has come down $2.40 since July. Well, it's still above the $1.98 when you took office. I told you that once the Biden was done using up all of our emergency reserves to try to keep prices down, the gas is going to shoot up. Now it's above $6 in California. So you're going to tell me you have a stronger dollar? Is your food bill getting any cheaper? Are you able to get a lot more food than you did before 2 years ago? No, it's not. So it's not a stronger dollar. It's still a weaker dollar. So if we look over here at this chart, remember in 2022 when gold actually dropped below $1,650 an ounce and everybody panicked. And I said, don't panic, who cares? And then it shot all the way back up. And it was almost at, look right here, you can see it was, sometime around June. It was above $2,050. And now it's coming back down over here where we are today. We're not even 1 year from when it was below $1,650. Not even 1 year. If you'd have bought it back then, you're still $200 ahead of the game per ounce. So stop panicking. Hold on to your precious metals. I told you, it's your freedom. So a lot of people don't know that recently Congress has worked on multiple bills regarding the central bank digital currency. They passed bills prohibiting the central bank digital currency, or did they? Let's listen in. Let's listen in to Paul Barron here explain this, and we'll talk about it.
Let's get into a couple of the things that happened yesterday. The two I want to focus on are these right here, the Power of the Mint Act, and then also the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act.
Look at all the bills that are out there that are anti-CBDC. You have the Financial Privacy Act, Foreign Affiliate Sharing Pilot Program Extension Act, the Power of the Mint Act, the Central Bank Digital Currency Anti-Surveillance State Act, the Digital Dollar Pilot Prevention Act. Now the thing is, what they want to do is turn everything over to the IMF so we have a one world currency. These can all be put there, but unless the particular act that they're passing says that it is against the law for them to turn our currency into a digital currency. So people are starting to wake up to what the central bank digital currency is. This is surveillance state, you guys. This is why you see the Democrats pushing us down that communist one world order. They like to say it's for your benefit, but it's not for your benefit. It's programmable money. Do you think the Democrats are doing a great job at protecting the citizens of the United States? All you got to do is take a look at people they are attacking. Look what they're doing to Trump. They're trying to take all of Trump's assets away from him, all of them, so he doesn't have the money to fight back against them. They're charging him with crimes that are not even crimes. They're sending him to trial to be retried on crimes he was already found innocent of. And it's not just Trump. I don't care if you hate Trump or not. It's not just Trump. Look at the onslaught against pro-Trump people. Let's just start with Matt Bauer, the pitcher for the Dodgers, that everybody said he was done all kinds of SA attacks on women. Then we just found out that these women made it up. He was just found totally innocent of these accusations. 2 years, 3 years later, after the Major League Baseball suspended him from the highest paid contract, he lost all those millions of dollars. Why? Because the media smeared him. He was one of the first people to come out as pro-Trump. Look what they're doing to Michael Lindell, tearing him and his company apart. Look what they're doing to Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani. I don't care if you hate him or not. The fact that you would support what these people are going through just because you don't like them makes you a sick SOB, man. That's not okay to do, to go after people that way just because you don't agree with them politically. The pendulum swings both ways. It might be going your direction now, but it's not going to stay that way. It's not just him. They're trying to silence Jordan Peterson. They went after his license. They're trying to force him in Canada into a education camp, a social media education camp. Look what they're doing to Russell Brand. False accusations of SA. The same thing they did with the gentleman who came out with the movie, The Sound of Freedom, about the children's sex trafficking. You think that's a quitting? Nope. There's many Trump supporting people out there that are going through the same attacks all at the same time. People are trying to silence them, have their social media platforms removed, demonetize them so they can't even make a living, is what they're trying to do, to silence anybody that would support Trump. And we're seeing that even on a smaller scale for people who make YouTube channels. They're being removed, or their videos are being demonetized, or they are being silenced altogether. So that shouldn't be surprising to anybody. It's almost election time. We're right back at the same crap we were before. And you want them people to control our central bank digital currency. Is that right? It's programmable. What that means is there's an expiration date on there. If you don't use it, you lose it. So all you people out there think you're going to get rich off cryptocurrency, congratulations. Let's just say you're right and your crypto jumps up to, I don't know, $500,000 per crypto like you're being told. And it magically gets there. And now you're a multi-millionaire. That's fine if you can go on a platform and use them like real currencies. There's some places out there you can, but there's most places you can't. Then what are you going to do with your crypto? You have to sell it. And when you sell it, you're in the system. And when you're in the system, all your millions of dollars are now on a time limit. And you're like, so what? I can spend it. Oh, yeah? What are you going to spend it on? And let's say you're right, you do. You can't own property because these people are hell-bent on making sure you can't. Remember, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Can't buy a car. Can't buy a house. What are you going to do with that money? Buy precious metals? Nope. In case you haven't noticed, you can sell precious metals and get the CBDC. But can you buy precious metals? No. So you have all that money. Can you buy what you want with it? Even if you did. Let's just say, even if you did. Congratulations, you bought, let's say you got $5 million worth of cryptos and you were forced to sell them. Yay, and your bank account is $5 billion worth of central bank digital currency. And it gives you 60 days to spend. And then once you spend it, then what? Then what? How are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to buy food? You were rich at one time. But thanks to you helping these idiots get to where they are because you thought you would have financial freedom through cryptocurrencies, then what? You're in the same boat as everybody else and you're back to going to work and being a slave like the rest of us. But if you have gold and silver outside of the system, you can barter and you can work with other people and trade in the whole 9 yards. We don't have to agree on the value that they're telling us, is what I'm trying to say. So all these House bills that they got, or House resolutions they're passing, sound good and sound fine and dandy. But I told you, it's like having this type of dog in a fight. Oh, it's so cute, and they're barking, but what? No. We want this dog. Oh yeah, we need one of these. Come on, try to give me some CBDCs. I dare you to give me CBDC. That's what we want.
Are these right here, the Power of the Mint Act, and then also the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act. These were the two that were focused on primarily. And I want to go to an intro clip real quick to give you kind of a framework of how this all started there in D.C. Listen in.
Today, we'll consider a slate of legislation to bolster our national security, protect Americans' financial privacy, and shield our financial system from the risks associated.
Real quick, I don't know how many of you are excited about this guy being the interim Speaker of the House. Love it. The Democrats hate this guy. I've seen him kick Nancy Pelosi and Steyer out of their secret little hidden cozy offices that they're not supposed to be in. I think it's funny as could be. I love this guy so far.
The potential central bank digital currency, or CBDC.
Unlike decentralized cryptocurrencies, a central bank digital currency is a digital form of sovereign currency that is designed and issued by a government and transacts on a digital ledger that is controlled by that government. If not designed to emulate cash, could give the federal government the ability to surveil and restrict Americans' transactions. This is not just alarming, it's downright un-American. We've already seen examples of governments weaponizing their financial system against their citizens in China.
We need to counter China by being the best version of ourselves. This bill expresses that sentiment that yes, we're going to innovate and we're going to lead on blockchain and we're going to lead on digital assets, but we're going to do so the American way. And the way we do that is decentralized. We don't do this by centralizing it in a central bank. We can achieve the innovation potential of blockchain and the immediacy of payments and the frictionless payments future with what we did in July. And that is to create a regulatory framework for stablecoin.
Remember, there's always a bad guy. So let's go, maybe girl. We'll go to the next clip with Maxine Waters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Unfortunately, Republicans are marking up one bill that is not bipartisan. We do know that 130 countries around the world are racing to develop and implement a CBDC. What will happen if CBDCs issued by other central banks gain traction as the preferred method of payment in international trade transactions? Are we comfortable allowing the Chinese yuan or currencies from other countries to overtake the U.S. dollar as the principal global reserve currency? Republicans are making baseless attacks against a CBDC that does not even exist. So with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
All right, so Maxine in rare form, I shouldn't say rare, normal form with her. She's, of course, for the idea of CBDCs. The other thing, a lot of what she said could be applied to stablecoins. And what we're seeing around the world, this is the first time I think we are chasing other governments who are actually trying to suppress their citizens. I would kind of be in a position or the camp of not going that direction. I like what I heard so far, but let's go into our next clip. This is going to be Mr. Sherman. Listen in.
And allowing the Federal Reserve to continue doing what they're doing, literally recruiting in hiring people in the San Francisco Fed office to build a central bank digital currency is the financial equivalent of allowing the Empire from Star Wars to build the Death Star, so long as they promise not to turn it on.
Exactly. That's like giving full power to our government, as long as they promise not to spy on us, not to program the money, put expirations on it, not to program the money to prevent us from doing things and shopping at places we want to go to, like being able to purchase a gun or ammunition, and totally circumvent our Constitution, not turning over our sovereignty and our sole power to an unelected bureaucracy, because that's exactly what they want to do. And leave it to Maxine Waters, leader communist over there in the Democratic Party, to want to push us into a universal basic income. So how they're going to do this is they're going to promise you guaranteed income with the central bank digital currency. You're going to get $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month is what they're talking about. And everybody's going to go, whoa, wait a minute, I'll take $2,500 a month. But that's how these criminals lure you into the Venus flytrap. You see, it smells good to the fly, tastes sweet to the fly, and they can't resist. And then once the flies are in that trap, that's it, you're got. How long do you think that universal basic income is going to last? They'll use it until they've converted 100% of all of us around the world into the central bank digital currency, and then it's too late. Only those who have gold and silver outside of the system will be able to survive. Auntie Lynette, let's hear what Lynette has to say about the current switch to the central bank digital currency and why it is you need gold and silver. Because remember, do as they do, not as they say.
Now, recently, I did a video on a one world currency, and I told you how they were most likely going to set it up, but that I didn't think that would be the one because it's a private entity. And it's just hard for me to imagine that after hundreds and thousands of years of control, central bankers and governments would go, yeah, well, we've had enough. It's your turn now.
Yeah, we see that coming, don't we? It's like the Imperial Stormtroopers promising to build the Death Star and not use it.
Let me show you what I think is most likely to be the one world currency.
This would be our government. This would be us. You can build this, but you got to promise not to use it on us. And they say, okay. And then once they have all of us using it, this is what we have to look forward to. Yep, that's pretty much what it's like. Telling Darth Vader and Frank Tarkenton and all of their people that it's okay to build a central bank digital currency as long as they don't use it against us. And then lo and behold, when they have us all, bam, there you go.
First of all, from a report from the IMF, CBDC should not be fragmented national position. To have more efficient and fairer transactions, we need systems that connect countries. We need interoperability. One world. What is interoperability? And the anatomy of payments from domestic to cross-border. Because after all, it really is all about payments. It's all about moving money around the world. Not for you and me, other than our ability to move our equity to somebody distant in any other country. Yeah, that they want us to do. But I love that they started out talking about money. Money is debt.
That's what I was just talking about. Talking about cross-border payments. Oh yeah, you want to send a loved one some money cheaper? Yeah, use the central bank digital currency. We don't care about the cross-border payment system. That's for the big dogs to deal with. That has nothing to do with us, really. But they're going to keep telling you that it's better for you. It's cheaper for you. Oh yeah, think about all the money we're going to save and what we could do with it. It's all about control.
Money is the liability of an issuer that someone accepts to discharge an obligation. Now, debt always runs counterparty risk. This is the only, according to the Bank for International Settlements, and May, it's true, gold is the only financial asset that runs no counterparty risk. You hold it, you own it outright. Everything else runs counterparty risk.
The only, not crypto, they have a third-party liability. The only asset without a third-party liability is precious metals.
Cash is the liability of the central bank. A deposit is a liability of a commercial bank. And a check drawn on a money market account is a liability of the issuing fund. However, commodity money, coins, worth their weight in gold, literally is not debt, but is seldomly used.
Cryptocurrencies are worth their weight in money.
Well, is that really true? Maybe except by central banks, who have bought more gold in the first half of 2023 than they have since they started recording how much gold central bankers were buying. So don't you have to ask why? If it's just all this money as debt and they're controlling everything, why are they accumulating so much gold?
Do as they do, not as they say. The reason why you see the values of precious metals going down, besides it's a trend, is the fact that they want to buy it cheaper. That's what they do. They're getting cash ready for this market crash. But once it's over with, that's it. That's Miss Lynette Zhang. I will leave a link to her video so you can check her out. So this is Metal Leo. As you can understand, he usually does videos about music. But lately, he has been doing more and more videos about each city in the state of California and where they are. Why do you suppose these people are getting cash ready? Why do you think they're buying all the gold and all the silver? Why do you think they're driving down the value of it before they pump it up? They want to be cash ready. And why is that? Because of stuff like this. So he's been to Oakland, Berkeley, San Francisco, San Jose, all these cities over here in northern, or I should say central California. All the stores that are closed, hotels that are closing down, huge complexes that are closing down. Why do you suppose that is? They allow crime to get out of control, stores to be robbed, so now they don't want to stay open, and now you can buy the real estate dirt cheap. That's when people like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard come in. They buy it all dirt cheap. Then you know that old saying, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
Closures are happening. This corner right here is where the Gap store used to be for years. Now it's shut down. At least you can see some tourists returning to the city, but that's about it. We're walking downtown San Francisco and we're about to explore this new trend. All the stores are closing. People are patiently waiting in line for the cable car to take them up Powell Street. Empty Powell Street, that is. What used to be a lot of retail stores is now just a ghost town.
This is June that he's filming this. If you've ever been to San Francisco before all this crap in the summertime, these lines were long. The crowds were huge. It was hard to walk around.
This entire block right here is completely closed. It's just empty front stores as we go up Powell. Every single store on the right-hand side has closed. Only right here on the left we have a Sephora store and a Burger King. It's the only two that remain open. Empty cable cars. We are going up on Powell Street to see what's left of what used to be a bustling, busy street. And now it's a ghost town. We have a sneakers store that's still open. And over here we have a Swatch store that's still open. After that, the entire block. Empty storefronts. Nothing. All vacant. It's the sign. Right here we have retail for lease. Huge storefront. Empty. I don't know if it used to be like a Ross store or Marshall. Gone. I see a pharmacy, a Walgreens. That's open. I'm surprised that's open. Let's see if it's still open. Yeah, it is open.
Okay, as you can imagine, he goes on and on up the street in Powell Street. This is San Francisco, you guys. This video is in June. There's hardly nobody here. This was Powell Street before the coronavirus. Before they used it as an excuse to close everybody down. Does that last video look like this? Look at the stores, they're all open. There's the Gap store he's talking about that's now closed. Remember I told you the line here is usually ridiculous during the summertime? For the cable cars, look at. Now I want to show you just one more thing about San Francisco. For those of you who've been to the Bay Area, one more thing. This is Embarcadero Center in San Francisco. If you've been to San Francisco, you'll understand that this place here, there hardly ever was room to walk. All these little knick-knack stores and everything were there. Look at it now.
Not a single person in the plaza. This used to be packed with people back in the day, just like 4 years ago. We're at the Embarcadero Plaza in downtown San Francisco, and all the stores are closed. I don't know why the plaza is open, but all the stores are closed. So we're going to explore the plaza to see if there's anything left.
This is December 2023. Look at all the stores.
I think this used to be a school for language. Closed now. See? Every store is closed. Closed, 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 closed. This used to be a food place right here. Closed. Here's another one. This one's for lease. Good luck with that.
It looks like a ghost town, man.
Oh, I think I saw somebody. I'm not the only one then. See the shops in the front?
If you're from the Bay Area, you know this is crazy. Not only that, all the hotels are closing in San Francisco. You got like a handful of them open, but there's one hotel after another closing. Why and what does this have to do with gold, silver, and everything else? If you could force the wealth out of the hands of the many, put it in the hands of a few, and then drive down the value of everything, real estate, houses, commercial real estate, forcing people to sell it because they can't afford to have it anymore. This whole hotel that he was just showing is empty. There is a building that he comes across. It's 1 million square feet, empty. So when I say to you that gold and silver is outside of the system, that's what you want. If you go to a central bank digital currency, they're not going to let you buy private property. If you're one of the people going, oh, come on, man, they can't control you that way. Are you kidding me? Look at the crap they're doing now. I brought up the whole Trump situation and Michael Liddell and all of them for a reason. If you don't fall in line with them, this is what they do to you. This is a former president. They're literally trying to say that he lied about his assets and they want him to take it from him. Today during this trial, the lenders came in and said, why are we here? We had the places that were evaluated. They were worth more than that. Not only did he borrow the money, but he paid it back with the interest. Why are you charging him for crimes? They want to strip Trump of all his money so he cannot defend himself. Not just him, but anybody and everybody associated with him. You're going to get an SA charge. You're going to have false charges put against you. And they're going to bankrupt the hell right out of you. They're going to tell these platforms not to let you be monetized so you don't have any source of income if you're relying on it. And therefore, you'll fall. You'll take the knee. You'll give in. That's what they're going to do to everybody. If you think you're exempt from this, you're sadly mistaken. You see, you start with the big dogs first, and then eventually you start breaking everybody down until they have no choice, until you give in and you're weak, and you totally surrender to the world that they want, that they control. That's why gold and silver is important. You need something outside of the system. Cryptos are not the answer. I don't give a crap what anybody says. That's still in the system. If someone that knows their ass from a hole in the ground about cryptocurrency, legitimately, that wants to come on my show and explain to me how it is that cryptocurrencies are any different than a central bank digital currency, I'll be more than happy to have you on the show and talk to you about it. You already saw them try to force us into the jab. Can you imagine if they had full control of your money? Let's say they accidentally took money out of your account by accident. How long do you think it's going to take for them to get back to you and replace your money? Think about that. What happens if you're poor and you barely live paycheck to paycheck? But let's say you have an outstanding ticket that you really can't afford. And I don't want to hear people go, well, then don't break the law. But shit happens, man. Then all of a sudden they take the money right out of your account. And now you can't pay for your rent or you can't pay for your food. They take away full control of what you can do with your central bank digital currency. What happens if you're a person that needs to go to a dispensary because you have trouble sleeping or you have anxiety? And they go, yeah, nope, not going to happen. You can't buy your marijuana to sleep or eat or fight cancer or do anything like that. Nope. Because they program the money and prevent you from doing what you want to do with it. Let that all sink in. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.